man? It's your boy Ty.
And your girl Tracy.
And welcome to Rely on the
Relevant.
Alright, let's get in it. Hey y'all, we've been MIA for a while. I mean, we've been kind of getting our life together, and God has put a calling on our lives, so we had to stop doing the videos for a while and really try to devote our time and switch up our time. We'll get into that and let you all know a little bit about that. But what we're going to be doing in this video, we're going to pretty much tell you guys how we met, how long we've been together, and just part of the calling God has put on our lives. So that's what this video is going to be about. Anything like to add to that?
No, just enjoy.
Alright, y'all going to sit down, grab a bite, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into everything about our life and letting y'all get to know us a little better. So where do you think we should start?
On what part? Because we've been together for a long time, so which part of our life do you want to start at?
Well, we met in high school. First of all, I'm 29.
I'm 27.
And we met in high school, and the way that happened, the way of us meeting, we was in the same school the whole time, but we had never seen each other.
That's crazy. Up until he went to, you about to graduate.
I was getting ready to graduate.
Yeah. I never seen him a day in my life.
Nah, and when we saw each other for the first time, I kid you not, I can't make it up. We saw each other every single day from that point forward. I literally probably had a month left of school, maybe 2 months left in school, because seniors get out earlier. And from that day forward, we started seeing each other every single day, just bumping into each other on accident. And a crazy backstory is, my senior year, I broke my foot playing basketball and went to the hospital and seen her grandmother. Her grandmother was there.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know this at the time, but she asked me did I know her. And of course I told her grandmother no, because I didn't know who she was. And fast forward, we met each other, started talking and started dating. And fast forward, I went to meet her folks down there at her house, and her grandmother kind of looked at me and just kind of said, "Now I thought you said you didn't know my granddaughter," And I told her I didn't. She said I must have went looking for her then. Which, honestly, the way it happened, it was nothing but God that brought us together. We've been together for 11 years. We will be married 8 years in December. We'll be 8 years. We have 3 children.
Wait a minute, I thought it was 9.
See, this right here. Can't deal with it. It'll be 8 years in December.
I thought it was 9. I've been telling everybody it was 9.
She been lying to everybody then, because it ain't 9, it's 8.
Well, you need to count it.
We got married in 2014.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
See, and normally they say the men can't keep up with the date.
I have a lot on my plate.
She can't even remember her age half the time. So the fact that she said 27, we gonna clap it up for her for that one.
That's true, but I just turned 27. Give me to January and ask me how old I am. I might be 28.
We're not gonna go there. But
these are good.
behind?
Yeah. And we're trying the hot honey new wings from Wingstop. They actually good.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
They are good.
Like a sweet, spicy.
Not too spicy though. Not too spicy, just enough. So, but
Let me have one of your wings.
go ahead. Like I said, we have 3 children, 2 girls. The youngest is a boy. Age is 8, 6, and the boy's gonna be 4 coming up here. And we just kind of want to let you all know. We just kind of want to let you all know that marriage is not easy. Not even close to being easy. I mean, it takes work.
Not at all.
It takes work. You really have to want it. And once you find that significant other who is worth going through things with to be with them, that's how you know you found the one. Because it's one that you're willing to go into the battles with. And so we're not gonna sit here and act like everything always is cozy. there are times when we thought we weren't gonna make it to this point.
That's true.
Honestly.
That's true.
I mean, because when she was 16, I was 18. We first got together, so we weren't even the people we're supposed to be at that point of meeting. So we're steady growing as the years go by, and you have to learn to grow with each other. And somebody else's growth might be a little quicker than the other person.
That was us, because mine was quicker than his. And
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're used to being to yourself and doing things your way, it's hard for you to have to adjust it for somebody else in your life. It's hard. When you're used to just, I'm gonna do what I want, how I want, when I want. And when you're in a marriage, you should know about a marriage, it's sacrifice. It's always, what could I do to please my spouse? What could I do to please my spouse? And you have to be willing to put your pride and throw it out. Your pride, you have to throw it out. Because in a marriage, it doesn't matter. Your pride doesn't matter. I hate the saying of someone making somebody else happy. Like, my spouse can't make me happy. When honestly, it starts with you being happy with yourself. Like, we both went through that point. It's no matter what your spouse do, they could bring the moon to you. But if you're not happy with yourself, you're gonna be happy in that moment. But once that moment's over, you're right back to being sad or mad and just not happy. So you have to start with yourself before just actually getting into a strong relationship.
They first have to start with God, because I mean,
well, of course,
you can try to do self-care all you want to.
That's true.
But if you're not anchored in God, you're gonna resort back to the same thing: is depression, anxiety, all of the sort. I went through it, so I have to really get anchored in God, and I mean God's word every day on a daily. And it's like mandatory, and people think, okay, yeah, I believe in God. That is not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, and now that she said that, it's kind of where our journey. We took a break because I was talking to a guy, and he was asking me, do I believe in God? And I was like, of course. I believe he died for us. I believe, you know what I'm saying? I believe I have the most high faith in that man. And the moment I said, of course, it's like I heard a voice in my head, and it wasn't me asking myself this question. It was, the voice said, yeah, but it's knowing me enough. And when I sat back and truly thought about that question and the answer to that question, the answer was no. Knowing him is not enough. You have to be willing to do things, and for one, you have to stop living for yourself. You know, go out, please others. It's good for your soul. When you're going out, pleasing others, making others happy, and of course you have to be happy, but your happiness comes from a place of God. So, and God might deliver a word to you, how somebody might actually need it to pick them up that day. You just never know. Like, you don't understand his reasoning, but you just have to be obedient and do what he says. So, and we went to an event with my wife told me about an event they had in Tennessee for Sarah Jakes. And Sarah Jakes Roberts is her name. And that was a life-changing event. And it was a women's event, but going there, it lets you know, man, there are a lot of hurt people in the world. And hurt people, everybody knows the saying, hurt people hurt people. That's just how it goes. If you're hurt, you can't help heal somebody because you're hurting. Mm-hmm. So it just showed us there's a lot of healing that needs to be done in the world, and everything can't be healed and everything can't be solved by money. Like, it's bigger than that. You have to truly have a faith in the Most High that He's gonna deliver you through whatever you're going through. And I'll let you just kind of elaborate on the event.
Well, during her event, she had a lot of women there that was going through things such as like abuse and addiction and, you know, confusion and just a lot of, anxiety, depression, a lot of things that we all go through. And you really don't understand, like, why am I going through this? How can I be helped? You look for every source to be helped, but we never look towards the right thing. Like, we always say we believe in God. We believe in God, we believe in God. But when we're going through those things of depression and anxiety, we never lean on his word. We never, yes, we state that we love him and we know him, but we never call upon him to help us. And in that setting, when I went to Tennessee, or we went to Tennessee, she kind of taught us that. Like, you have to lean on his word. It's like mandatory. It's a daily. You need to call on him daily, because he feel like if it's nothing that he can help you with, what can he do in your life? How can he bless your life if you're not leaning upon him? So when we went to that, it changed me, like, drastically. Yeah. Like, I've been daily. When I say daily, I was like daily, I call upon him. So, like, that's just, that's about the event.
And that's kind of what's been going on behind the scenes of everything, as far as us just trying to make sure we're moving the way God wants us to move, and because we're not doing anything without his permission and without him granting us, without him being the head of it.
Yep.
We're not doing anything without him. I don't care what it can be. Honestly, $1 million deal to come through.
Or more.
And if he's saying no, we're not doing it.
I'm not
because
doing it.
You can't put a price on the thing that he has for you. You can't put a price on it to walk in his name and walk how he wants you to walk. So that's kind of what we've been up to,
and we took a little, about 2 or 3 weeks off just to see what direction to put this channel in, because I don't want, like he said, I don't want to go into the wrong direction. So it's like, what direction should we step into? Because I feel God got a calling on, he got a calling on everyone's life. But I really tapped in. I feel like he got a calling upon our life, and I don't know. I want to reach who I can reach in the right way and not in the wrong way. You feel that? Like,
yeah, just to kind of piggyback off what she's saying, we're trying to mold the channel. We want to help people out there in the world. We don't just want to be doing videos for a check. It's bigger than that. We truly want to help change people's lives through God, and whatever that is, whether that's through marriage, like my wife talked about how she went through anxiety and depression, so she can help out with that. As far as us men having to learn how to keep your emotions in check and know that your spouse is someone who's 9 times out of 10 gonna have your best interest at heart. So even if she says something that you don't agree with, you don't always have to react. Sometimes you just take a step back and you just take and look at your life and be like, okay, is that true? Because a lot of times your spouse is the one person in your life who's not scared to tell you the truth. And whether that's the man or the woman. And it speaks with the men, the women, as far as if your spouse is telling you something. Sometimes you have to take a step back and be like, okay, I know this man loves me and he's not going to tell me nothing. Or I know this woman loves me, and not going to tell me anything that's going to hurt me. So I really just start listening to each other, and that's kind of what we're trying to build this channel on, is as far as helping in whatever way we can. And if anybody have any questions, if you have any marriage questions, about anxiety, faith questions that you might have, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. Because
and we're not perfect.
No.
In any way.
Not at all.
Shape or form.
Only one perfect person ever walked this earth, and it's neither one of us that's here now. So, if there's anything y'all would like to hear us talk about in the next video, put it down in the comments below.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And remember, we love y'all, God loves y'all, and stay tuned for the next video.